Recording.
Hey, welcome to Sue Rogers Unedited. This is Sue Rogers. I was looking around today at my students in my yoga class, and every single one of them, except for one, was like this. Now, if you're listening to just the audio, what I did was picked up my phone and held it up to my face. You guys, I've been teaching at this same place for 20 years now. So 20 years ago, when my students would show up for yoga, nobody was on their phone because we did not have all this technology and smartphone access that we have today. And I got kind of sad when I was looking around the classroom. Like, these are great students, okay? And I am on my phone just as much as the next person. And I'm working on actually getting off of it more often. Like, most of Thanksgiving week, I did not have my watch on. I didn't have my phone next to me the entire time. Just working on being more physically present, right? So in my class, and like, it was downtime. Class hadn't started yet. Like, no one was doing anything wrong. I was just observing how addicted to technology we are. Like, if it was anything else, like they say, oh, let's make this generation be the one to end smoking. Well, nobody's smoking half the time because you just go outside and you're on your phone. But like, people used to go outside and smoke some cigarettes. And I'm not saying smoke cigarettes, but what I am saying is when people were taking their smoke breaks, chances are you might have had a conversation with someone. Maybe you're asking to borrow a light. Maybe you're asking to borrow a cigarette. I'm not saying smoking is healthy. What I am saying is there was social interaction there. Maybe there is social interaction happening on our phones because of social media, but you guys, face-to-face is different than online. And I do a ton online, and I appreciate you guys that listen to this podcast because this is online. But if I'm going to have a real conversation with someone, I would prefer it to be one-on-one and generally face-to-face. Like, if I want to spend some time with someone, I would rather it be in person. When I'm teaching yoga, I would rather it be in person because, you guys, there's an energy that I like to try to give off and a feeling that I like to try to have everyone in my class experience. And it's not the same over technology, if that makes sense. It's a close second, and it's better than nothing at all. But man, like, okay, so end smoking because it's so bad, and da 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 da. Well, like, phone addiction is a thing. We are all addicted to our phones, myself included, and I'm working on it because just like when Sober October happened, and you guys, I had some drinks over the holidays, but it's such a different relationship that I have now with having a drink as opposed to, even a couple of years ago when I was doing it more regularly, because it is a relaxer. It makes your body feel relaxed. But it wasn't always a healthy relationship, and knowing that alcoholism runs in the family and trying to share with my children that it runs on both sides of their family, like, I'd rather work on setting a better example, starting with myself, including my phone. Okay, I'm on it all the time, and I don't want my kids to be on it all the time, even though so much of their lives with their generation is there. So it's something that we're all like learning and growing through at the same time. But right, and there's studies that are like, it's terrible, get your kids off of it. But at the same time, this is the world that our kids are growing up in. So teaching them safe boundaries and still how to interact with people face to face in the real world, because that happens a lot. Unless you live in your home and never ever have to leave, you're going to have to go out in public and interact with people. So knowing how to do that, and luckily my kids, they didn't have phones until maybe 8th grade, which some people might say is still too young anyways. But like, they had to keep them downstairs, like right behind me over in the kitchen. Their phones had to stay on the counter at night. They were not allowed to take them up to their room. So teaching safe boundaries with technology and social media and allowing your kids to experience certain levels of it while they're living at home with you so you can guide them through what happens on social media is a much, I don't know, I feel much healthier route than just having none completely at all and then they try to figure it out later when maybe they've moved out and aren't with you all the time. So I don't know. I mean, parent your kids your own way. It's the beauty of living in the USA and freedom that we all should be having on multiple levels is that you can raise your kids how you best see fit. And I'm going to raise mine how I best see fit. But we also have to be realistic with the world that they are growing up in and help them navigate it, even though we're navigating it at the same time because we didn't grow up with the world of social media. But working on it and figuring things out together, I think it's kind of the cool approach. And then they know they can come to you with things later because you have like an open, let's work through this and figure this out type relationship. So just my observation from today. Everyone was on their phones. And 20 years ago, nobody had phones. And the students got to know each other in my classroom and had conversations with each other a lot more often than they do now. It still happens. There are still, I notice we're at the end of the semester. And so there's a lot of, I see a few here and there clusters of people that will talk and have conversations before class starts. And of course, it takes a little while. These people don't necessarily all know each other, but it's easier for that interaction with people around you to happen when we're not connected to the internet world. So just some thoughts for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. I love having this audience grow. It's been really cool to see some of the views on recent videos. So thank you for your support. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Balanced Day Life. Website, www.balancedaylife.com. And stay tuned. Skinny Sick will be live any day now. And I'm so excited. It will be available on Amazon. I'll be posting it everywhere. Always, you can get on my email list over on my website at balancedaylife.com. And then you'll get the automatic links that will pop up for anything new that's up and coming, including the book and possibly the third one coming out after. Okay. No set dates on that yet, but I'm super excited. Okay. Thank you. And I will see you guys soon.